Alright, sit down. It's time to talk about Season of the Splicer. Alright, I got some thoughts on the new Season of the Splicer, which came out on Tuesday. I've been playing for a couple of days, and I got some thoughts about it. Let's hop into it. Alright, first up, we're going to talk about the story. Story is back on the menu again this season. Bungie has really been killing it with the story structure as of recent seasons, and we're finally to the point where the story is in the forefront again of the game, and not just an afterthought like it was in seasons past. It actually feels like they tried to get the story cohesive. They said that they were trying to weave in everything together again, and it looks like we're finally going to get that. It doesn't feel like it has in the past. The fact that I actually feel emotions toward these little refugee fallen we've gotten from House Light on Europa, and their adorable little babies, makes me so excited for how the story is going to progress with the weekly expunge mission starting next week, and also the fact that they're getting a little political with their games here, huh? The political aspect of not everyone wants to house the same people who ate our babies when they invaded, actual lore story right there, is a really nice approach to the story beats we got from the first mission with Mithrax this week. Having Lakshmi and Saint 14 also not being very excited to house them in there is great. Like, Saint 14 was known as the Kellbreaker. He killed a lot of Fallen, and now he has to help them out. He's not really feeling good about that. I really hope we see more of this soon, and also having Ikora back as a main character is absolutely as fantastic as I thought it was going to be. Her new voice actor's doing a bang-up job right now. It's nice to have her as our leader again. Next on the list here, we got our new seasonal activity with Overload. This season should look pretty familiar to any of you guys who played Season 11, Season of Arrivals. It's basically that same public event since it works about the same with different scenery in each location. This time, though, you'll be able to kill things, bank the moats, and sometimes enter the Vextron dimension for a good bit of assistance to your team and speeding up the mission. The faster you get those blocks, the faster the mission ends up going. The end platforming is really fun. There is a couple of things in the upgrade path to make it a little bit easier to move around in there, but I really feel like the boss at the end is kind of lackluster for the scale of the mission. I really hope the boss changes up for each of the new locations, like the moon that we're going to in the next couple of weeks. I just feel like it's not really a good end to that entire mission. I really wish the boss was a little bit stronger. The upgrade system is also the same as the last few seasons, but this time it takes place in the new Elixni wing of the Helm, with Mithrax's Splice servitor taking on as the vendor of the season. The only change here is the upgrade paths are uncapped for each of these, and they can be farmed and completed at your own pace, rather than weekly as it was with the Seasons of the Chosen. You can go ahead and farm it at your own pace this time. It's kind of nice that you don't have to wait to each week to get the things done. You can finish your triumphs a little bit faster and get it on your own pace. The fact that they're not pouring FOMO into this part is pretty nice. The Splicer Gauntlet is also now new the path to getting keys for the Overload activity. Kill things, complete activities, get ether, but this season you can actually add multiple keys instead of having one charge like you could in the Hammer last season, but yet keep in mind that the ether you spend is also used for focusing engrams, so use it sparingly for your upgrades if you want to also focus some engrams in there as well. The mods and the artifact are also extremely strong, super potent this season. I'm looking forward to unlocking them down the line. The Unstoppable and Anti-Barrier perks have also moved around a little bit. Sweet Business, honestly, underrated right now with Anti-Barrier Auto Rifle. You get that with Actium Warwing on the Titans. Definitely mows down some of the bosses and some of the champions in the Glassway Strike this week. So if you get a chance, you definitely check that out. Bungie came out this season and said, hey, you like guns? The new Stasis sidearm is okay, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. I've seen what it can do in Crucible, so I'm not really that excited to get into Crucible using it again. It freezes people pretty easily if you get a couple of good kills here and there. Bungie has also heard that we not enjoy the lack of guns we received after sunsetting our beloved Mountaintop and Reclusive Beyond Light, so they came back hard with some new and returning weapons. The seasonal-based weapons are really cool visually. They have this nice Vexen. It sounds like almost like a Nerf gun when you start shooting them. And the new perk pool is also really nice. It's a nice refresh to the weapons we've been using for some time now. It's nice to have a bunch of new things to focus and go to grind for. Got perks like Heating Up, which I absolutely enjoy on the new auto rifle this season. It's really cool to have. The seasonal based weapons are honestly really nice, but we also have some returning weapons like Hung Jury, Plug 1, and that Amalon sniper rifle I'll never be able to pronounce. This week is Plug 1, which is I got a pretty good roll on that from the Nightfall this week. Next week I believe is Hung Jury. Now for those of you who remember Hung Jury from D1, it was really good, but I'm really sorry to tell most of you that Hung Jury will probably not be as good as you remember from Destiny 1. Scout rifles aren't good in Destiny 2. They were really, really strong in Destiny 1. They really aren't anymore, so don't get your hopes way too high for a gun that may not be as good as you remember. I really hope that Vault of Glass weapons also stayed a par, stayed at the strength that they were back at the game. I really enjoyed having a mix of old and new weapons this season, so I'm hoping that the Vex ones from the Vault of Glass don't overpower everything, but also have the same power that they had back in Destiny 1, including the Vex Mythoclast, which we saw the ornament for in our collections this week. If you want to go check that out, it's in your collections under fusion rifles. Also, RIP Atheon's epilogue. was like my favorite gun from VOG. They're not bringing back that bullet hose auto rifle from Destiny 1. Unfortunate. Athean's epilogue, you will be missed. Armor synthesis is also a thing. The system is exactly how I thought it would be, and I'm still really not happy with how Bungie decided to go about giving us transmog. And the fact that I know now that from player reports that it'll take 160 active hours to get a full set of armor makes me really, really dread the future of transmog. I'm so apathetic about this entire thing. I don't have much more to say than I'm not enjoying it. Although the armor synthesis is really cool to have, to be able to get all the old armor. I have the entire set from Last Wish on. It's just not good. That's plain and simple. It's not good. The season also did not come without some issues either. Day one found most people that logged into the game after the first mission getting absolutely walloped by honeydew errors for the first few hours. And following this on Steam, if you had more than 40 plus active friends on the game at one time, you would crash. This caused some friendships to spiral out of control when people started removing people from their friends list just so they could get on the game. It was kind of funny, but also kind of sad. So all in all, I'm honestly looking forward to this season. I'm hopeful that Vault of Glass and the rest of the roadmap for this season keeps the game fresh, but with the current stasis issues and Crucible #nerf stasis, and the fact that armor synthesis exists in the way it currently does right now, just doesn't really make me a happy camper about any of this, man. Not to mention, both Crucible and Gambit has been virtually untouched since the beginning of Beyond Light. Like, come on guys, 2/3 of the game isn't being helped right now, and they could definitely use it, especially our boys over in Crucible. I just wish that we could at least hear about what they're going to try to do to fix PvP and make Gambit a little bit more enjoyable, freshen it up again. People have been talking about this for so long. We just need to have stuff coming down the pipeline that we know is going to be able to help us at least fix it a little bit. I'm not sure they'll get to that anyway anytime soon, unfortunately, and it feels like we're just getting hard ignored. We being the people in PvP. I'm not really a PvP person or a Gambit person altogether, if you've seen from my other videos, but God, could these people really use a refresh right now. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, getting your daily dose of vitamin P. If you guys want more daily doses of vitamin P, please check out the rest of the videos on my channel. If you've been enjoying the Destiny videos, I'll hit me with a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you guys do not miss a single video up next. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, and take care.